What's going on, guys? Justin Fuller here, and I'm out at this Chrysler Jeep Dodge store here in San Antonio, Texas. And today we want to talk about two different things. The Lot Management 360 tool that they do use that allows you to track cars and keys as they move across your lot. And then secondarily, I want to talk to you about our TrueRecon product, which allows you to map and manage your recon process so you can see as a car goes through service, hits maybe your paintless dent removal, then maybe goes to your make-ready department, and then heads out onto the lot. That'll help you cut down on some of those holding costs and move your cars through that process a little quicker. So let's hop in and go over both. All right, guys, so the first thing we want to talk about is the network, because that's what's going to initially get you set up to where you can track your keys and cars. So on the exterior of the building, it consists of two things. One would be a solar panel gateway right here, right? So we typically mount these to the light poles around the dealership. That way they can pull power in and it allows it to see the dealership when we're looking on our network. And then secondarily, when we move into the building, we're gonna use what's called an interior gateway, which is about the size of half a deck of cards. And we typically can plug this into like a USB or we can plug it into a power outlet. So we can tuck these away and keep them, kind of hidden. Now, when it comes to the network in both these items, you don't need to worry about anything. So if you're moving forward with us, this is something that's all on us. Once we get that initial setup, we'll come out, we'll make any changes, we'll affect anything that, if you find a spot that isn't quite picking up that well, that is on us. All you gotta do is do your monthly subscription. Now, once you have this network set up, there's gonna be two items that live with either your keys or your cars if you're tracking both. So the first one is gonna be this dongle right here. And this is what's gonna live inside of the car, right? So you can throw it around the rearview mirror, throw it in the glove box, throw it with a spare, wherever you wanna put it. And I'll show you a couple of them sitting out here on the lot so you can see kind of for scale what it looks like in a car. And then secondarily, you're gonna have this for your keys. It's nice and small, it can hook up to a key ring, you can put it in your key machine, it'll fit there too, it won't cause any disturbances there. And this is gonna allow you to track your keys anywhere around the lot. So not only can you now find your keys and your cars quicker, but you can handle your guests a little bit better, right? There's nothing worse than disappearing for 15 minutes while you're trying to get a key, and then you finally get the car, and then you realize it's blocked in, then you gotta go get another key, and now your customer's on the showroom going, how long does it really take to go check out a key and pull a car up for me? I don't know if I want to trust these guys with some of my more personal information in a large loan if they can't do these basic steps, right? So this is going to improve efficiency and ultimately save and / make you money at your dealership. All right, guys, so let's talk about tracking your keys and your cars across your lot. So you're gonna wanna use the desktop or you're gonna wanna use our app. So what I wanna do is hop into the desktop so this way you can see just how easy it is to track a key and track a car down. So if you're like Ancira and you got 600, 700, 800 cars and you've got a massive lot, let's take a look at that right now. All right, guys, so here we are on the dashboard, right? And so this is my demo lot just to show you what it looks like and how easy it is to search for your keys and your cars. So as you can see over here on the left side, I could search by year, make, model, VIN, color, whatever it may be. So for this, it's great if I'm out on the lot, I'm using the app and I'm showing someone a car and they go, hey, do you have this in a blue version? I could quickly pull it up and search for that specific vehicle in a different color, right? And I could walk them over to that car. Now on the right side over here, I have a list of cars that are living on this lot, right? So I'm gonna select one of these cars just to show you kind of how it works. So when I select the car, it initially pulls up and you can see I've got the VIN, the year, make, model, what it is, and any imagery I have for my DMS. So it's gonna pull across some info that is tied in through the DMS. Now when I scroll down, you're gonna see a map, right? And so right on this map, initially I can see that the car is located right over there. And then you can see that the key, if I zoom back out here, is located right here. So I can see both of these things first thing, right? And it'll also show you where they're at here. So I can read that, oh, the key is in showroom, key room B, right? So I initially already know that it isn't checked out and floating around the dealership. And then I can see that the car is living in the parking garage on level 1 right now, right? So even if you have a parking structure, you can still tell where the car is located, not just that it's in the structure, but what level, what portion, what side. And I have a video that goes over that too. Right, so very quickly as a sales guy, I can pull it up, see, okay, the key's in the showroom, the car's out there. Hey, I see that it's out in the parking garage. Why don't you hang tight, sit here? I'll get it pulled up and pull it right up to the front door for you so I can come across a little bit more professional, get that car pulled up quickly. Because the idea here is to get them in that car and staying in that car and falling in love with it, because chances are the longer in the car, the more likely they are to buy this specific vehicle. So it works really well. Now, if you're moving this on the service side of things, it works the exact same, right? So when a car comes in, I could, check in the key, check in the car, and tag them both. And then as I need to find cars to pull them up to the front when guests come to pick them up, I can quickly see, hey, the key is located in the dispatch area, and it looks like the car is over in our service area. Let me pull that up for you and we'll get it taken care of real quick. So that way they're not waiting long periods of time on that too. So overall, this improves on efficiency for the sales and service side of things. All right, guys, so when it comes to the Lot 360 management tool and tracking your keys and cars across the lot, it works for both, not only sales, but also service, right? So on the service side of things, you could quickly tag a car when it comes in. You could make the ticket number the exact same matching to the key. So this way, as the car travels around in service, I can track the key and I can track the car, right? And then on the sales side of things, of course, when I'm locating keys in cars, to make this faster for my customer's sake, I can quickly locate the key, I can quickly locate the car, and that way I can get it pulled up and I can get that customer in the car quicker. So this application works for not only the sales side of things, but it also works for the service side of things. All right, guys, so now we have a strong understanding of how easy it is to track your keys and track your cars. But let's say we want to take that up a level. So what I want to do now is the minute I have cars come off the truck, I want to tag them so that I can follow them as they go through that process, right? So it goes into a service bay and then gets handed off to paintless tint removal, and then maybe it goes to the tint guy or a glass guy, and then it maybe goes to wash and fill, and then it goes, to make ready, and then it lands out on the lot. So I want to understand, how can I make that whole process more efficient? Well, that's where TrueRecon comes into play. So let's hop into the dashboard. I'll show you what it looks like on a demo so that you can see exactly how you can improve and make your process better, because the whole goal of Recon is to cut down on that holding cost so that we can make the dealership overall more money. All right, guys, so now I want to flip over to the TrueRecon process, right? So now that we've started tracking our keys and cars, I'm pulling up a demo lot here just to show you what it looks like if you're tracking through that process. So over here at the top left area here, you can see what we've made is a custom process, right? So we'll make this custom to whatever the specific dealer is. So if this was Ancira's, let's pretend for a second here, it showed purchase, transport, inspection, paintless tint removal, kind of what it goes through as a car walks through this process, right? And then from here, you can see where these cars are landing, right? So at any given point, I can pull up a section and see, hey, what's in there and what's going on with it, right? So I go to paintless dent repair. I can immediately click into these cars and say, okay, well, let me check what's going on this car. So for this specific car, right, I don't have pricing listed out, but I have a margin set. And right now I can see that my tickets add up to that negative margin, right? So that makes perfect sense here for, hey, we need an inspection, all these different things. And as a GM or whoever I want to give control to, they would be able to approve these tickets. So I could come in here and approve with a note or whatever I want to do, or I could decline it if I'm getting too close to my margins. And I'm saying, hey, I still need to make money off this car, so let's go ahead and knock these two off and we'll do these ones, right? So we'll just kind of do what we can. And any notes that I want to add in here, I could absolutely add. So if there was a specific thing going on with this car of, hey, we bought this from auction, but it needs to go in for a recall, we could set that up and leave ourselves a note here, right? And we could create a ticket the same way over here. So as it goes through each one of these sections over here on the right, you can see it. So this way you can track and see exactly how long it's going from section to section to section as it moves through. And this is automated, right? So as the car moves, from the transport, the minute we tag the key in the car, as that car moves into the service bay, it tags it in, right? When it leaves that service bay and goes on to paintless dent removal, so where this one's living, it then checks it out of that one and checks it in the next one. So nobody has to check the car in or out. You don't have to worry about yourself or your staff doing that. It's going to automatically do it as it travels through here. So that makes this really easy to use and understand, hey, do I have cars that are bottlenecking places? And if so, what can I do to prevent that? What's holding these cars up from moving through this process? Because the ultimate goal of TrueRecon is to move cars from the minute they enter the dealership out to that showroom, quality, so that you can sell them. We're trying to cut down on the holding costs for you. So this allows you to track and see as cars move through. I can pull up, see what's going on with these cars, see if there's any tickets, look at the tickets and see kind of where it's at. And then I can see any notes that would be here, right? So we've added in a bunch of, just typical notes here to show you kind of examples. And I can see exactly where this car is in the process and exactly what else it has to do. So it makes it very easy to understand your process, very easy to view it, right? And then very easy to understand, hey, where am I running into issues? What's going on? What's holding up all my cars from getting from the, the minute they enter the dealership to ending up on the lot so that we can sell these vehicles. So this is that level 2 stuff, right? Now that I've, I'm tracking my keys, I'm tracking my cars, I want to know how to make everything more efficient, not just my sales guys and my service guys. I want to make my whole process more efficient so that I can track these cars as they move through this process and get them out quicker. Because if I can cut down on that holding cost, well, then everyone's making more money here. So if you're asking yourself, is this a good fit for my dealership? Is this something I want to do? Do I want to be able to track my keys and do I want to be able to track my cars? It's an easy way to figure it out. You can set up a 15-minute demo with me. I'll actually put something down below in the description and you can reach out to me. You can even schedule an appointment with me and we'll just, pick up the phone, we'll talk and try to figure out, hey, is this a good fit for you? If you want to look into making that one step more and looking at that recon process, we can go over that too, but let's start with the basics here, figure out if this works for your dealership, much like it does the Ancira guys here in San Antonio. And if it does, we'll absolutely get something set up. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to throw all of my contact info up on the very next screen. And of course, you can find it down below in the description. Other than that, later, guys!